Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to Do Daily, Tuesday training. It's Des here, back in familiar surroundings, back by the River Trent after an amazing weekend where I've been able to do lots of really exciting things. Made the absolute most of Kay's birthday and celebrating that. But as ever on a Tuesday, it's a bit of a reality check. Probably need that today as well to stop the come down being too much. Of course, when we do these amazing things, sometimes we can let it get to us a little bit too much when we have to get back to all the things we do. But without pausing, I've just got back from the City Slickers Solidarity session. Went straight there from getting off the bus at the bus station. A little bit late, but it was just what time it came in. Made sure I tagged on to the end of the session with the City Slickers here in Nottingham to get in that all-important Tuesday training and of course get the week up and running after my own personal exertions at the weekend, the half marathon, which took a lot out of me physically and because of the not so great way I approached it, all down to circumstances of course, but, and I'm not beating myself up about that, but like I say, it's about getting back to the reality and starting all over again, I suppose. Do you know, each week Tuesday training gives us an opportunity to come together, do you know, to work as a team, to meet in solidarity, if not in person. Do you know, I completely understand not everybody can get to the central point we meet here in Nottingham, but what we're offering is a chance to get out there and, like I say, just get your week off to a flyer. Hopefully you never missed a Monday. Do you know, I got in a 5-mile walk on tired legs, so really pleased with that in the end. You know, like I say, whilst it wasn't the best preparation before, I've done what I can there to get myself back in order, but I've also got the week up and running, and like I say, it's just about sort of getting back into routines and habits, you know, not letting all the good work drop or just starting again. You know, whichever way you want to approach it, whichever way you want to look at it, you know, it's just the opportunity to meet and do something together. And I think today, well, yesterday, if I just say, we was talking about inspiration, you know, and being inspired by all the things around you. When I'm in London, that's what happens to me, you know, and sort of taking in new places, taking on new things, you know, feeling good about what I'm doing, making positive decisions. I was talking about that momentum we can build. You know, and of course what I'm trying to do is keep finding ways to be inspired, you know, to keep that momentum going. Today, if you've seen any of the Olympics, what an amazing day. Lots of medals again, mainly silver today. I think there's 4 silver and 1 bronze the last time I checked. But who can fail to be inspired by that? We spoke about it a lot last week on Thursday Thoughts. Check that out for some Olympic based questions. We spoke about the Olympics a lot and how people can take motivation and be inspired by that. Do you know, there is definitely a lot to be taken, isn't there? There's definitely so much you can draw from it. Do you know, every time there's an Olympics or a major football tournament or tennis or cricket or all these kind of sports, you know, it's known that there's a bit of take up after it, you know, particularly if the national teams have done really well or Great Britain in the Olympics have done well. Do you know, and that's just being inspired, isn't it? It's letting yourself sort of see something, take it on board, want a part of it. There's nothing wrong with that, absolutely nothing wrong with it. And like I say, that's what being inspired is all about. You know, when I go somewhere different, you know, I'm always talking about walking and finding new routes and new runs and things like that. When I go somewhere different, like I did at the weekend, just about taking new things in, trying to find new experiences. You know, and that's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? You know, we don't need the material things to keep us going. I don't think anybody's ever inspired by material things. You're inspired by what you see and what you do, you know, and that's really important to remember, isn't it? You know, when we're looking for some motivation to get going, like you might well be, you know, I'm not saying everybody's had a great weekend, everybody's done a half marathon, everybody's feeling tip top, you know, everybody's in a good mood, because they won't be. The people I'm trying to help here, will be of varying levels of sort of mind frame, so it's important just to sort of keep trying to sort of pass on that message that the inspiration's out there. It's just finding a way to draw from it, to take things forward and use it the best you can. Like I say, my sort of real thing at the moment is we go again, and it's definitely a case of that, isn't it? I've got to go again. I've still got lots of nice things planned this week, just over the road. You see the floodlights over there at Trent Bridge, cricket ground. There's a test match tomorrow. I've got that. I've got another little trip to the seaside at the weekend. So I've got lots to keep me going, lots to be excited about, but there's also lots to do in the meantime. And if I don't do some of them those things, sometimes my mood just drops. I don't tackle the things I'm looking forward to properly, and then we get regrets, don't we? And that's the last thing we need. We get lots of sort of bad feelings, and like I always say, one positive decision helps build momentum. One negative decision can be a real turning point and a stumbling block that we don't always get over quite so easily. It can change very quickly. So all I'm encouraging today is to get out there, get in some sort of activity, be inspired by those who meet in the City Slickers, everything we're trying to encourage through Do Running, all those Olympians, stick the highlights on straight after this episode. I can assure you it's absolutely amazing. I watch a lot of the Olympics, I watch a lot of the events anyway, but I love those highlight reels, because they just show all the successes, and that's amazing, isn't it? Let's give ourselves a chance. Let's do whatever we absolutely can. My activity hasn't been as much as it normally is on a Tuesday. Like I said, I tagged on to the end of that run. I'd done a bit of walking around London this morning. I walked along the South Bank, had a coffee, finding the positive in it again, just sort of taking it all in, enjoying what's gone, making sure it becomes a memory. I was also reading something today about sleep and things like that, and it's important to just sort of keep getting in as much sleep, because when you don't have as much straight after you've done all these epic things, you can forget them quite easily. So as it's been absolutely amazing, I'm going to make a real effort with that again. Whilst I've got lots of epic things to continue doing this week, I've got a full week off work, which is always nice, isn't it? Annual leave's fantastic, especially in the summer, especially when you've got lots to do. Really sort of cramming it in, but there's a few things I have to work at. One being my activity, one being my sleep, and then beyond that, there's lots more to keep sort of get back to looking at. It's been a quite full on, hectic. Not everything's perfect within all this sort of, whilst I'm in this crest of a wave, so I've got to sort of reevaluate. But for the time being, I'm going to enjoy what's to come in the short term, work on those two little things in particular, keep getting in my activity. Tomorrow it's about Wednesday workout and giving it a good go midweek, just to make sure we're on top of things, that we're cracking on, and we're giving ourselves the best chance of getting towards the back end of the week with fully in the knowledge that we've built it up and we've been determined and dedicated to the things we do. And that's the way I kind of tick. Of course, after that we've got Thursday Thoughts. If you've got any questions, it's that time of the week I start looking for those. Please pop them in on any of the comments, on any video, on any social media you see connected to Do Daily. All the links will be at the end. Like I say, it's just about getting out there. The weather's decent, so if you can get out there, getting some activity, look at sleeping, eating, drinking, all these things we know work, but all these things we can quite easily neglect. Whilst I've not cracked every one of them, whilst I have my moments with some of the others, it's about keeping going, going again, and that's all it is. Tuesday is a real chance to kickstart the week, and get out there. Until tomorrow and that Wednesday workout. Please like, share and subscribe the video if you've taken anything from it. Check back on yesterday's. Even I was inspired by what I said. You know, I'm my own biggest critic at this, but really enjoyed putting that together. Of course, there were some great places, great locations involved, some great pictures. I'm going to leave you today with some of those Olympians and some of the pictures of the successes. Hopefully that will provide the inspiration for you to get out there. If not today, definitely tomorrow. Just doing it.